Yo, guys, time to look at some brand new cards. Usually I don't do these kind of videos where I'm just like, yo, look at the new cards that just came out. But for this I think it warrants it. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a discussion video about these cards, specifically these cards right here. Because at first I'm like, oh, these cards are cool, these cards are good. Oh, look, probably new cards that are gonna do well in the meta. And then you get these boys, and I'm just like, whoa. EOSMON or EOSMON, I forget which one it is. I know that they're from the movie because I saw that movie. That was like probably the best Digimon movie ever. Anyways, I'm checking out on digidestindudes.com, DDD. I love their little graph thing that they got going on, so shout out to them. They are not the people that translated as far as I'm aware, but if they are, I apologize. Usually the people that I see translated first are people from like DigimonCard.dev, but these have cleaner pictures that are easier for me to read and show off for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and hop into the fun stuff first because it's on top. And I apologize because it's Twitter and you guys know how rancid Twitter is. EOSMON level 5. We got more level 4s and more level 5s here. But I am going to talk about level 4 first. No level 3 EOSMON, but that's cool. This is really cool, actually. I'll let you guys look at the image and then we'll read it together because you guys obviously can't read back there because of the way these things work. But EOSMON here. When played, you may play one level 4 cost or below tamer from your hand without paying its cost. Then your opponent may play a tamer from their hand without paying its cost. And its attacking skill is you may play a white 4 cost or below tamer card from your hand without paying its cost. Now, I do like the idea of this, especially if we get more tamer cards. Obviously, the tamer cards we have right now, the one that is Matt and Tai, that one's really only good for Omnimon decks or level 7-esque decks. So I'm not seeing that being useful here because I believe it's specifically for Omnimon, right? Like the Matt and Tai, it doesn't have to do with just level 7. It has to be specifically with Omnimon, which is cool. And then we have the other one, Takumi, that can let you draw extra cards. That's nice. So I'm expecting to get some really nice new white tamers in this set, so I'm excited about that. But this card is hilarious, and it's what made me bounce out of bed. Level 5 EOSMON's skill is you may play up to 50 of this card in your deck, dude. And when attacking, you may play level 5 or below EOSMON from your hand without paying its cost. Dude, that's wild. You could literally play 50 of these 5-cost dudes and attack, play more. Attack, play more. You guys thought Rookie Rush was a problem. This card is wild, dude. Oh my god, it's so funny. I want to just make a video against all archetypes and be like, sure, I mean, like, you can beat Lord Nightmon, you can beat Shine Greymon, but can you beat a 50 EOSMONs? This is wild. This is absolutely insane. Obviously, like, this is cool because you can play any I say EOSMON, but I'm assuming it's EOSMON. I think it's EOSMON. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys can correct me because I can't remember it from the movie, from the life of me. Although I love that movie. But that's cool. I guess you can play these. So like you can play this, a whole lot of good tamers, and just go from there, really, which is insane to me, and I love it. And we have some other white Digimon, like the Sistermons, but the Sistermons only work with the Royal Knights, like Hackmon, whenever we get those. Whenever we see those. I really am excited to see what Hackmon does. But this card absolutely blows me away with how funny it is. As far as the rest of the cards go, we have, finally, the really, which I'm the most excited about this because we have really nice official artwork for the Bond of Courage and the Bond of Friendship. I don't know why it resets every time. The Bond of Courage and Bond of Friendship Agumon. This is the Bond of Courage one. Look at this. This is so cool. It's like the artwork that we had beforehand is really hard to figure out what exactly is going on with these Digimon. This dude looks so cool, man. It really does just like look like a Greymon, but as a man. Like it's so cool. But it's a new level 7. It's a red level 7. Only 3 costs to evolve, which is really nice. 14,000 power, which is nice as well. So overall, stats are looking pretty good. It's no Omnimon, but it's really great. If you have a tamer, when attacking, destroy one of your opponent's 13,000 DP or below Digimon. This is great, especially since it says 13,000, since it seems that a lot of level 6, good level 6 Digimon are becoming 13,000. So that's great that it's 13,000 below. It's just great. It's a when attacking delete card. And all you need is a tamer. Now, we don't have any amazing tamers, but red does have access to what's the dude's name again? The one that's all about Greymon, the Shine Greymon Protect. I can't remember off the top of my head. But red does have access to that, which is good in this deck because you're already playing stuff like Greymon and stuff like that. And once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon are destroyed, discard one of your opponent's security. So this is great. So you attack. So usually you would attack to destroy a Digimon, discard the top of your opponent's security, and do the security check. And there's an Agumon that gives you security attack +1. So this is like super aggressive because being able to discard one of your opponent's security, one of the strongest attacks in the game because you don't have to worry about security checks that way. And you're already 14,000 power, and you're a red deck, which means you're going to easily be stronger than Omnimon. You can just increase your power by 2,000 through your evolution chain, and you're good to go, or through a tie or something like that, like starter deck tie. So this card is probably the best card. I think this is easily the best card in the set. We'll go over the red boys first, since they're all really easy. We have a. I want to see if I can find the Agumon first. But I hate that this refreshes. Here it is. Okay. We have a new Agumon. Good old sad Agumon. This is so sad, dude. Guys, go watch the movie if you haven't already. Oh my god. It's so emotional, man. But this one has both turns, once per turn. If there is a Yagami Taichi tamer in play, so any Taichi tamer in play, you gain a memory. Which is great because there's a lot of Tai tamers, which is cool. And then when this Digimon is Agumon, Bond of Bravery, security attack +1. So you do get a +1 security attack on a level 3, by the way. So already you're getting a new OTK strat in this deck because you get to discard security, check at least 2 security if you have those Agumon underneath. Let's not talk about stuff like Star Deck Greymon and whatnot to give you even more security checks. And then boom, you just win the game, pretty much. And then you have the tamer, which is, of course, the Taichi that we talked about earlier. Is this over here? Here it is. All right. So here's the tamer. Older Tai from the movie, looking handsome, as always. You get when an Agu or Greymon move from the raising area to the battle area, you get memory +1 and draw +1. A pretty weak effect overall because you're very limited on how often you're going to proc this. Let's just say best case scenario, you proc this every other turn. It's still 3 costs to play Tamer, so it's kind of like mediocre. But its ability is ignore level restrictions to digivolve Agumon into Agumon Bond of Friendship from your hand, but you still have to play the evolution cost. And when you do, which is the reason why I was waiting to make this video, I actually had to confirm this with the Discord group to get a proper translation, or make sure that I got the proper translation. But it says, but when you do, but if you did, not when you do. If you did evolve from your Agumon to your Agumon Bond of Friendship this way, you have to trash the top 2 cards of your security. And if you have 1 or more security at the end of this turn, you have to destroy this Digimon. So you would be destroying your Bond of Friendship if you're not at 0 security when you evolve it this way. Pretty risky, pretty fair considering how strong that card is. Because if you think about it, you're playing down this Taichi, right? Who's going to be gaining you memory and draws throughout the game. Very few times, but we'll do it throughout the game, right? And then you play your Agumon down for 3 cost, or you evolve it and then you move it up. You evolve into the Bond of Friendship for 3 cost, which is means you get security attack +2 and most likely a discard. So you're going to be checking 4 security in this sense, just by playing this card, and then you delete it at the end of the turn. That feels pretty fair and balanced to me, honestly. It doesn't feel like it's super broken. Obviously, you need to have exactly these 6 cards, or these 3 cards, I should say, which is only going to be like, assuming that you play max 4 of each one, and you're only going to have, 12 of those copies all together in your deck. So it doesn't seem like the most consistent thing in the world, but overall, I do like what it does for you, especially since you're gaining memory and drawing a card. And it says Agumon or Greymon, which is great, because, that's the deck. It's Agumon or Greymon. And once again, you don't actually have to play this card. I personally don't think I'm going to play this card. I might experiment with it when I play this deck, but I don't think I'm going to play with it because at the end of the day, I'm probably going to want to do like the starter deck Greymon to give me more security attack. Maybe that new level 5 one that gives you security attack as well. So I could have security attack 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm checking 5 security. So I guess I don't have to do that. I can only do the 3, right? Because I'm discarding 1, checking 4 security because I have 1, 2, and 3 with itself, I believe. And then 4 with the star deck. So it goes, Agumon gives you +1. Oh wait, this doesn't have security attack +1. Never mind. No, it doesn't. I consider it does because it discards it. Okay, so you would need star deck Agumon. Greymon gives you security attack +2 with the star deck, not the star deck Agumon. This is this Agumon with the Greymon with that. I think it's not Volcanomon, but it's one of those Digimon. It's a new Digimon that gives you security attack +1 as well. So you have 1, 2, 3 security attack pluses, which means you're checking 4 security. And then you discard a security with this card as well, assuming you destroy something, which means you're doing 5 security checks. And then you get to attack. And once again, red has a lot of 2-cost dudes. So overall, seems like a really consistent, powerful deck and a great way to have it top end. And just more top end in a deck in general when it comes to destroying. Just more, it's essentially just more Omnimon, right? Which is cool. I think this is a really cool card. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited about this card a lot. I'm really, really excited about this card. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the Gabumon line. We'll start with the Garurumon, or Gabumon Bond of Friendship. Same everything. But look at him, dude. He looks so cool. What is going on here? I don't understand. That's a gun, right? Yeah, that's a gun. Is that like a face on the gun? I can't really tell. He has like weird helicopter wing thingies, and he looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. He looks really cool too. I think the Greymon is still my favorite one, the Agumon one. But this is really cool too. This one has a blue effect where when attacking, if you have a tamer, make this Digimon active. You can do attack and become active immediately so that you can attack again. It's really no different than what you're doing with the other guy, except this one has more disruption. Return one of your opponent's level 5 or below Digimon to the bottom of their deck. The Digimon's evolution sources are discarded. I mean, in what universe is this one better than this one? You know what I mean? Like, I know there's a lot of Digimon that proc on destruction, so obviously against that, this is more annoying. This is returning them to the bottom of the deck, which means they're not accessible by any means. But we don't have enough cards in the game to access cards in the trash to make it seem problematic. Nor do we have enough Digimon that are really, really problematic if they get destroyed, right? There's no like revenge style effects besides what's it, retaliation, vengeance, whatever you want to call it. And that is against purple, and purple is just, you're gonna have to deal with it, I guess, because this is level 5 or below. Like, this is killing level 6s. This is removing level 5s. I'm not really sure. Oh, but I guess to be fair, this one is not once per turn, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Obviously, like, in the way Digimon is right now, but we'll see in the future, but the way Digimon is right now, your boards aren't as wide as they used to be. But this is a great comeback card. It really is an amazing comeback card and could bring back aggro blue, because this is really disruptive. Because you get to attack, and then the Gabumon here has a skill that if it's a, I'm sorry, it might be the tamer actually. No, wait a minute, that is a tamer, never mind. The Gabumon here, which I guess we'll take a look at, again, sad, lonely, miss the boys, rest in peace. When there is any Ishida Yamato in play, when there is any Ishida Yamato tamer in play, +1 memory, so obviously that's good. Not as good as it is for red, because red has some decent tamers that are ties, but this one's pretty good nonetheless. This Digimon name is Gabumon. This Digimon can be made active. This is a win attacking skill, by the way. I know it doesn't say so. The translations here are a little bit rough, but you know, shouts to them for putting in the work as always. And yeah, so that means you can make yourself active 3 times, so you can attack 3 times, and then you get the tamer card here that is just like the other one, where you can, when you have a Gabu or Guru in play, a move to the active, raising to the battle area, gain +1 memory and draw 1 card, and then of course ignore level restrictions to become Gabumon from Gabumon Bonds of Friendship from your hand, but still pay the cost of 3. Then trash the top 2 cards of security. If your security is 1 or more, Gabumon Bonds of Friendship is deleted at the end of the turn. So just like the other red boy, the exact same text except switched up a little bit. So that's it. So this thing can attack 3 times, right? It's got that All Force vibe, but you're 14,000 DP, which is cool. But you don't get jamming. But I guess there's ways to make yourself have jamming, because, you know, there's a lot of effects that do that. So this card's cool. I think the disruptive element, I'm kind of sleeping on it. I think it's really nice, actually. Overall, pretty excited about these cards. But once again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am the most excited for EOSMON. Because the idea of... I hope this card doesn't get out of hand. Because I'm just thinking about it, right? if you play this card down, right? Assuming you have a hand of just EOSMON, right? You play this card down, you attack with it, you play down another EOSMON, right? Your opponent has to immediately attack the EOSMON, or you're going to attack with 2 EOSMONs and summon 2 more EOSMONs. And then it's just going to rain down from there nonstop. Luckily, it's 6,000 DP, but that does mean we're going to have to start playing tamers or blockers that are 6,000 DP, which is kind of really funny to me. Like this deck might warp the format around itself because you have to play around this combo or you're going to lose to this combo. Let's think about like how quickly will you win the game? Because even if you get deleted, right? Off the security check, you're still going to be summoning the guy first. So you're going to do EOSMON, summon an EOSMON, right? I'm going to assume you don't get deleted, right? Just like the best case scenario, EOSMON, summon an EOSMON. And then those 2 EOSMONs attack security. So you check 3 security, and now you have 4 EOSMONs out. And then you win the game the following turn because there's only 2 security left. That's so funny, dude. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Is there any Digimon that can evolve? And this can evolve from green, which I just noticed, which is very strange. They can both evolve from green. Why can they evolve from green? Well, is there green? Will this matter against some, like, does this, like, do anything for green decks? I don't know. It's easy to evolve up into this thing. Like, you could technically evolve up into this thing for only, like, was it like a 2-drop green, evolve into... Well, if you're evolving up into it from a 2, like assuming that you have to hard play the 2-drop, 2-drop plus 1 is 3, plus another 3 is 6. So you're better off just hard playing it. Interesting. But if you evolve from the raising area, you're only playing this down for 4, which is only 1 less than 5, so it's not that great, all things considered. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see. Man, now I hope there's no broken white tamers. Because imagine a broken white tamer alongside these. Because this guy can summon the tamer just from being on play. And this guy can make this guy on play. And summon tamers. And lots of tamers on the board. Lots of this guy on board. I'm really curious. Once these cards are on Tabletop Sim, you might see me streaming this deck just for fun. Who knows? The set's not even out yet, and I just want to have fun with the concept of playing this card. It's so funny. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I know it's a late night upload, but I had to make this video for you guys immediately, and I'll see you guys next time.